Hello, this is Shauna with Soymilkmuse, and today I have a flip through of this Boho houseplant journal. That's what I call it. And I actually made this journal back in 2024. So let's have a peek inside. First, a little bit about her. She is 8.5 inches high, 5.5 inches wide, a 3/4 inch spine. She is made from a hardback book, a reclaimed hardback book. And there's a closure here that is some kind of this, was it jute or something, ribbon, and a little buckle closure there. And there are 52 pages. There's a pocket in the front that's shiny, and it's not glitter that comes off. This is just a sparkly scrapbook paper behind. Oh yes, and the cover, I did paper napkin decoupage, and that's how I got this effect. And it is sealed well with some ribbon on the spine to natural type, fibers, and the little wooden leaves there. All right, first page is, this was a houseplant book that I love the colors. I think the green and white in here is just, it's kind of delicious. It's bright and refreshing. Just a little list here, some stenciling. And here we have some trim. This was harvested from a bed skirt, actually. And I thought it made a neat trim for the page. A little lace and more notebook paper with lines for writing. Some more scrapbook paper. And on the other side, it flips out a bit, so either additional writing space or whatever. And this one is a little envelope page, and it's got a pocket here with a little journal card with a houseplant and agave. Just making sure I'm still in frame here. And I did sew around this one and added a little ribbon at the top here. Oops, you have to actually aim for the hole. There we go. There we go. A little writing space here, and more of the houseplant book page with some varieties. And then a page just with some pretty leaf trim. And a little ledger page. And here we have a pocket made out of the same, kind of like a book cloth I made with the paper napkin. And I can't remember if I used fabric with this one. No, it's on paper. It's on like cardstock. And then sewed around and made it a double pocket. So here we have a little velvet ribbon and some heat embossing on some scrapbook paper. And it's just a little flippy pad with some more ledger in there. And then in the back, there is also a little like bookmark. And that's on this music paper here. And then on this page, we have another, like a, oh, this is, okay. It's been a while since I've looked at this. This is a matchbook. So it opens up for writing space here. And it's also a belly band. So behind it, there is another little journal card, a little space for writing, and of course another houseplant. Whoops. And on this side, there's a little page tab here, cute little houseplant all sideways there, like that. But it allows for some writing space here, and more scrapbook paper. And on this side, it's a pocket. Some stenciling in the background, and this is a little booklet with some of the houseplant book. And there we have some growth cycles guide with watering and feeding there. It's kind of a little decorative piece, and some more ledger to keep track of when you start your seeds, or when you water or feed your plants, right? And this one is a little it's a double pocket. I'm not sure. Hold on. We'll see. It's made from a book page. And this is a little notebook here with some of the ribbon. And it has some calligraphy paper. there for writing. More house plants. Tucks in there. And then on this side, it's also a pocket. I think that's all I did with that one, is the two. Okay. And this one, what did I do with it? Oh, hey, look. It's a pocket in a pocket. How clever of me. After 2 years, like. And this one's made on a little file folder with a houseplant and writing space on the back. It's kind of like Christmas, you know, going back through journals you've made. That's part of the reason I started recording them, actually, is I would make them and then I would give them away and then couldn't remember what I did. And so I was like, that's just the best way. And here we are. And there's another pocket made with that paper napkin on music page. And here's another one of those pockets. It's like the one here. So it could be glued down somewhere, top and bottom, and maybe on a third side if you wanted. It could be like a belly band or not. But I just thought the image was too pretty to hide it. So it is a floating pocket. And there's just some paper in here. Some vintage from the desk of stationery. And it's tucked in there. And then here we just have a couple of things in this pocket. I'm guessing this is an over the page one. It is, yes. This is an over the page one with some writing space there. So I'm going to put it back in here. And here we have a little envelope type flip. So you can write in it either direction, really. And this is just a pretty piece of paper to do something with. Write on or make a certificate for your houseplant. I don't know. All right. And here we have another little flip up, and that's a sticker and some writing space. A little washi tape there. And then behind it in this envelope, this is the center of the journal. So you see both sides of the envelope at once with the, I used embroidery floss to bind this one together. And in this pocket that I lined the envelope with book page 2. This one is, what is it? Just a journal card. Okay, cool. With a little pink lace at the top there. And this one, another journal card. This one is more of the paper napkin. And I sewed around and inked a bit. And interestingly, in this journal, I did not do any inking in brown, which is probably the most popular color if people are going to ink in junk journals to give that vintage feel. But in this one, I really didn't. I inked a little in green and forest moss and I'm trying to remember the other color that I had when I made this. Rustic Wilderness, I think, were the two distress oxide pads I had at the time. Yeah, and they're probably my favorite still of the greens, but yeah. So there we have the middle and this lovely scrapbook paper, just a little bit more of the leaf embellishment down the side. And then we have more stenciling with this pocket here. And this is another little trifold kind of thing that can be written in or decorated more. There's more music paper, and on this side it has one of the little triangle paper napkin pockets with a large just journal card that you could journal on it, but I thought both of the images were really pretty. So it's just kind of almost more even of a explore type piece. Whatever someone would want to do with it, it would be, yeah, good. So in this one, I used a little paper clip in this one when I tucked it over. Sorry. So something could be tucked in there as well. And it was green, so it fit. I may actually have had this tucked in there. I bet I did. This is another bookmark. It's just sewed book page on the back, so you could write on it. Stitched around. This is more of that paper napkin. And it's got some vintage lace at the top. It's really pretty. Little wooden leaf and some raffia. That's what I had. Yep. There we go. See? Let's tick up just a little bit here. Oops. There we go. That'll do. And then some more of the ledger. Another one of the floating pockets with houseplant. It's that macrame plant holder. Those are so popular in the like 70s and 80s. Yeah. And there we have another journal card. And a little stenciling up there. And then we have another pocket with more of the houseplant book. And this one has a policy closure. Let's see if I put anything in there. Ooh, I did. And it's just a little scrap that's a plant. Pretty cute. Let's see, is that all that was in there? Yep. So you could hide anything in there. Oops. All thumbs. There we go. Let's tuck that back in there. And on the other side, we have this little flippy pad. Some papers. It's got a little flat back black pearl there. And then this we have some more pockets. Looks like 2 shorter pockets on the page, on the music paper. And in the top, this one is, it feels thick. Oh yes. Isn't that pretty with the green and the gold? I love that. So you have 5 sides to write on. And there, and it just folds up and tucks in. And then this one down here, there's a circle punch of a plant. And it is like a matchbook. So it opens, and there's some various papers that can be torn out or written on or what have you. And I think I used a scrap of that green envelope is what this is. And just tucked in there. And over here, there's some more ledger paper, music paper, a little more of the ribbon there. And here we have a little sideways envelope pocket with a journal card. Another one of those. And you'll see some of the paper napkin in here. I did like Mod Podge on both sides. So it's got the slickery, shiny. And this one, some of them, they're just matte like this. And I like both, really. They're both pretty in their own way. And I love ferns too. There we go. And then there's another one of these pockets. And this one I installed as a belly band, it looks like. So in the back, we have this lovely image. Oh, that reminds me of my childhood. Very much. Let me see if you can see that without the glare. I'm trying to look through my phone. My mom had a jacuzzi tub with a big window, and we lived in the woods, so everything was very green outside, and she had lots of plants around our tub, and yeah, those were the best bubble baths, I tell you. I don't know why humans started, or stopped, I should say, putting bathtubs in master bathrooms. It makes no sense to me. But I suppose not everyone likes baths. Oh, and then this, I think, is a pocket. Let me see. Yeah. Another pocket and a pocket. So it's a floating pocket. And then it's just a journal card there. A pretty plant. I was having a lot of fun making pockets this one, wasn't I? Let's see. Scrapbook paper, plain paper. And then this one is a trifold. And behind it, there's another journal card. And that's the last page. So this one it's not a huge book, but there's, as you can see, there's tons of places to write and things to explore, things to look at. On the back we have this tall pocket. Of course I signed it back in 24. And in here, oh, that's cute. So in this little floating pocket here, we have this library card thing that somebody could play with, do something with. Another one of those little pockets. And there she is. So I've been holding on to this one because it's very different than what I usually do. And you know how that is, you know, we're always playing around, and over time we develop our style, and and sometimes we still have to play and change our style and things like that. But it's at the point now where I have too many things in this craft room. If you saw my craft room tour, you'll know I don't have a lot of space to store completed journals, so I need to sell them. So this will be listed on my Etsy shop by the time this video goes up. So the link will be down below. And if you do not have, if you are watching on a television and you can't see the description box, let me find a pen and I will write down, oops, well, I wasn't going for a feather pen, but that's from one of my hens. Let's keep this where you can kind of see it. Let me find a little piece of paper here. Here we are. I wouldn't think it would be hard to find a piece of paper in a junk journaler's craft room, would you? So if you go to www.etsy.com/shop/Soymilkmuse, you will find my Etsy shop. So I hope you guys enjoyed the little houseplant journal there. I will keep jabbering for just a second in case somebody's trying to write this down. And I have a lot of fun projects coming up that I would like to film and share. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. So y'all take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.